Hello, hello, my beautiful Virgos. Welcome to your June 2026 horoscope. This month may feel very important for you because June activates several major areas of your life at once: home, family, real estate, career, public status, friendships, social circles, love, children, creativity, travel, spirituality, and even long distance or foreign connections. So, this is not a quiet month, but let's go step by step. Even though June officially begins on June 1st, we are still under the influence of the full moon from May 31st. And this full moon will be active during the first week of June, and for some of you, even during the first 10 days of June. For Virgo, this full moon happens in your fourth house. And the fourth house is one of the most personal areas of the horoscope. It rules your home, your family, your place of residence, real estate, your apartment, your house, your land, your roots. Also, it is a theme of your parents and your emotional foundation. So, at the beginning of June, something may come to completion or become very clear in one of these areas. You may make an important decision about, for example, moving. You may finish a renovation. You may receive news about a house, apartment, rental property, maybe mortgage, real estate deal, or documents connected to your place of living. Some Virgos may be signing papers connected to property. Some may be preparing to buy or sell a home. Some may be dealing with a landlord, lease, rent, relocation, or housing contract. The fourth house is also connected with the people you live with. So this full moon may bring a decision about, for example, moving in or with someone, living together, creating a family, or changing your domestic arrangement. For some Virgos, this can also bring a decision to separate, move out, or live independently. And because the fourth house is connected with parents, especially your mother, there may be news connected to your mother, your parents, or someone in your family. Maybe your mother comes to visit you, maybe you travel to visit your parents. For some of you, this can also be connected to citizenship, permanent residence, immigration papers, visas, or official documents connected to where you live. So, the beginning of June is strongly about home, family, roots, safety, and your private life. On June 2nd, Mercury enters your 11th house. Mercury is the planet of communication, conversations, messages, documents, meetings, ideas, also learning, movement, and information, of course. And your 11th house is house of friends, groups, communities, social networks, large audiences, future plans, your dreams and wishes, and people who share your interests. So, from June 2nd, your communication with other people may increase a lot. You may be invited somewhere, you may attend a lot of events, parties, birthdays, weddings, concerts, some conferences, group meetings. It can be workshops, courses, training, gathering where many people are present. You may reconnect with friends. You may meet new people through your friends. This can also be a very active period for social media, online work, internet projects, promotions, advertising, content creation, or communication with your audience. From June 8th to June 10th, one of the most beautiful aspects of the month happens. Venus and Jupiter meet in your 11th house, and these are considered the two most beneficial planets in astrology. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, harmony, pleasure, money, gifts, attraction, and support. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion, abundance, luck, protection, growth, wisdom, children, marriage, and big opportunities. So when Venus and Jupiter come together, especially in your 11th house, this can bring something very pleasant through friends, community, through any kind of groups, social networks, or your wider circle. This may be a beautiful invitation, a celebration, joyful meeting, a party, a dinner, a social event, or gathering with your friends, or simply a very warm and supportive moment with people who make you feel valued. For some Virgos, this may bring financial gain as a result of previous work. You may receive profit, a bonus, support, a gift, a helpful contract. In love, this is also very interesting. Your friends may introduce you to someone. You may meet a romantic interest through a group, community, social event, online platform, or a circle of like-minded people. For some Virgos, this can even bring engagement, a conversation about your future, or a beautiful sign connected to love and commitment. And because Jupiter is also connected with children, some of you may hear joyful news about pregnancy, children, or family expansion. On June 14th, Venus enters your 12th house. The 12th house is a very deep and mysterious part of the chart. It rules hidden processes, private life, rest, sleep, retreats, hospitals and clinics, spas, places of healing, spiritual practices, meditation, isolation, faraway countries, foreign lands, any kind of secrets, dreams, and subconscious patterns. And also everything that happens behind the scenes. And when Venus enters your 12th house, she brings beauty, comfort, love, money, pleasure, and emotional softness into this hidden area. For some Virgos, this may bring a trip to a beautiful place far, far away, like a holiday abroad, a retreat, a spa, a wellness center, or a spiritual place. A quiet hotel maybe near the sea, or simply a period when you need more rest, silence, privacy, and emotional recovery. Venus in the 12th house can also bring a secret romance or a private relationship. Maybe you meet someone but do not want to tell everyone about it yet. Maybe there is a connection with someone from another country, from abroad. For some of you, this also can be a love connected to a foreigner, travel, spiritual practices, retreats, healing centers, or places where people go to recover. And honestly, Venus in the 12th house can simply help you sleep better, rest better, recover, and feel more connected to your inner world. Venus will stay in this area until July 10th, so this influence lasts for almost a month. On June 15th, we have a new moon, and for Virgo, this new moon happens in your 10th house. The 10th house is one of the most important houses of your horoscope. It rules career, business, your profession, reputation, public image, all kinds of your achievements, authority figures, managers, bosses, your social role, and your status in the world. So this new moon may open a new chapter connected to work, career, business, and your public life. You may start a new job. You may receive a new position. You may begin a new project, for example. You may launch a business, or you may register something officially. Also, you may receive news from your workplace. You may get a new boss, a new leadership, a new office, a new department, new client, new responsibilities, or new direction in your professional life. The 10th house also rules status. For example, someone may become engaged, someone may become a spouse, someone may become a parent, a student, someone may retire, for example. June 21st is the solstice. This is always a very powerful, energetic day. The solstice is connected with light, renewal, turning points, and the victory of light over darkness. This is a wonderful day for spiritual practices, rituals, manifestation, prayer, meditation, gratitude, and setting your intentions. This is especially interesting because the Sun is preparing to activate your 11th house, the house of dreams, wishes, friends, communities, and future plans. This can be a powerful day to write down your wishes, especially wishes connected to friendships, support, career goals, social media, public visibility, future plans, groups, and your long-term dreams. On June 22nd, the Sun enters your 11th house, and this brings even more energy into the same area that Mercury has already activated. So from this point, your social life may become even more important. You may feel more visible in groups. People may notice you more. You may receive invitations. You may spend more time with your friends. You may join a community, attend events, collaborate with others, or become more active online. This is also a good time for internet activity, social media, audience growth, networking, and connecting with people who share your ideas. June 29th is a very important day because several major events happen at once. First of all, Mars enters your 10th house. This is the same area where the new moon happened on June 15th. So now Mars brings action, energy, courage, pressure, ambitions, and movement into your career and your public life. You may become very active professionally. You may work a lot. You may take initiative. You may fight for your position. You may want to prove something. You may want to speak up, defend your ideas, present your project, or take a more visible role. Mars in the 10th house can be excellent for ambition. It gives energy to achieve goals, to move forward, to complete, to lead, and in general to take action. But in a difficult expression, Mars can also bring conflict with authority figures. There may be tension with a boss, manager, client, father figure, government official, or someone who has power over the situation. The 10th house is also a public platform. So Mars here can bring public speaking, any kind of presentations, performances, interviews, defending a project, going on stage, showing your work, or being seen by others. You may need to demonstrate your skills. You may need to be brave, to act quickly, but try not to burn bridges impulsively, especially because of the same day Mercury turns retrograde. Also on June 29th, Mercury stops and turns retrograde. Mercury will be like this until July 23rd, and for you, Virgo, this happens in your 11th house. So the main themes of this retrograde are friends, groups, communities, social media, online projects, future plans, your dreams, networking, and people from the past. During Mercury retrograde, it is usually better not to rush into major new agreements, expensive purchases, important contracts, or irreversible decisions. If possible, avoid signing important contracts for a house, car, your apartment, business deals, or expensive purchases during this period, unless this is something you have already been working on before, or unless this is unavoidable. Mercury retrograde is not always bad, but it often brings delays, misunderstandings, any kind of technical issues, changed plans, and the need to review details. For medical procedures, especially planned operations, it is better to schedule them before Mercury slows down too much. If you, of course, if you have a choice. Around June 15th or 16th, may be more supportive than the end of the month. And because this happens in your 11th house, you may reconnect with old friends. Someone from the past may write to you, and an old community may reappear, an old dream may return. You may go back to an old project. You may revise your website, for example, or improve your social media. You may rework on online course, digital product, internet project, or something like that. And on the same day, June 29th, we also have a full moon. For Virgo, this full moon happens in your 5th house, and this is actually a beautiful full moon because the 5th house is the house of love, romance, dating, pleasure, joy, creativity, children, your hobbies, performance, self-expression, and of course happiness. So by the end of June, something may culminate in your romantic life, your creative life, or in matters connected to children. For some Virgos, this full moon can bring like a romantic date, a declaration of feelings, an invitation to some beautiful dinner, beautiful evening, or a moment of emotional clarity in love. If you're already married or in a relationship, this can be a second honeymoon kind of energy. The fifth house is also creativity. So this full moon can bring completion of a creative project. You may perform, publish, present something, show your work, enter a competition, for example, attend a cultural event, or do something simply for your soul. And the fifth house is also children, so there may be important news connected to a child. Maybe your child changes school, kindergarten, class, activity, or sports section. Maybe adult children bring you some good news. And now we come to one of the biggest events of the month. On June 30th, Jupiter enters your 12th house. Jupiter will stay in this area for about 1 year until July 2027. And this brings a very special chapter for you, Virgo. The 12th house is the house of foreign countries, distant places, islands, oceans, retreats, hospitals and clinics. Spiritual places, hidden support, subconscious healing, dreams, intuition, and deep inner transformation. Jupiter expands everything it touches. So, during the next 12 months, many Virgos may travel abroad more often. You may go to foreign countries, you may visit islands, you may go on a cruise, for example, you may spend time near water, or travel for spiritual reasons like healing, retreat, or maybe education or inner renewal. Some Virgos may spend time in a retreat center, some wellness clinic, or another place connected to rest and recovery. For some of you, this may even bring work connected to foreign countries. You may receive clients from abroad, you may work for international company, or you may collaborate with foreigners. And yes, for some Virgos, Jupiter in the 12th house can bring immigration or preparation for immigration. Maybe you think about it now. You may decide to move abroad. You may start immigration documents. You may live in another country temporarily. The 12th house is also deeply spiritual. So this year may bring a strong interest in astrology, psychology, meditation, energy work, religion, dreams, like past lives, subconscious patterns, and deep healing. You may want to know yourself better from inside. This transit can also bring inheritance, financial support from hidden sources, money connected to institutions, foreign countries, healing work, spiritual work, or behind the scenes projects. My beautiful Virgos, June 2026 is a month of important changes. Your home and family life may need your attention at the beginning of the month. Your friends, social circle, and future goals become also very active. Your career receives a powerful new beginning. Love and creativity may bring emotional clarity. And Jupiter entering your 12th house in the end of the month brings a 1-year journey of healing, spiritual expansion, foreign connections, and hidden blessings. This month may ask you to balance the outer world and the inner world, career and rest, public life and privacy, friends and solitude, ambitions and healing, logic and intuition. And maybe the biggest message of June is this: you do not need to force every answer immediately. Some things are opening in public, some things are healing in private, and some blessings are already moving toward you behind the scenes. Thank you, my dear Virgos. I love you, hug you, and I wish you a beautiful June 2026. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next videos. Bye bye. Mwah.